Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to episode 2 of Beaston with Easton. I'm Easton Johnson, personal trainer. And first off, I just want to thank everybody who took the time to watch the first video. Pretty much was just an introduction of myself and why I chose to make these videos. So I just want to thank everybody who took the time to watch those videos, shared them, liked them. It means the world to me. This is something that I've wanted to do for a while, and now that I'm finally doing it, I truly appreciate you guys taking out the time to watch it. With that said, today's video will discuss how to get started. With the New Year's right around the corner, I think it'd be good to really go over ideas and tips on how to basically just get yourself started into training or getting into fitness or joining a gym and whatnot. Well, before that, I actually want to start with a quote. This quote comes from Jillian Michaels. If you're familiar with her, she's from The Biggest Loser. And the reason I choose this quote is simply because I can't describe this any better. This quote here opens your eyes to a lot, and basically I'll read it first and then I'll go more into detail with it. So basically it says, today I want you to ask yourself this one question. Why not you? Why not you to do something for work that you love? Why not you to have a healthy body? Why not you to have healthy love? Why not you to be, have, or do anything you have ever dreamed? We are so quick to think others are deserving over ourselves. The truth is that we are all deserving, so why not you? And that quote there, it hits close to home because I always thought, we're so stuck in a time right now where we idolize so many people and feel that they are more deserving than us or they are luckier than us because they happen to pursue acting or singing or dancing, and that was their passion. Ultimately, they ended up doing well with it and are famous or, doing well. I want to talk about with getting started with working out, and hopefully this will work with anything, is to discuss the mindset. Now, when I say that, most people, generally when I train, I ask them, why do you want to train? Why do you want a trainer? And most of the time, it's short-term results. So it's like I want to look good for Hawaii. I have my wedding coming up. I have X, Y, and Z. That's because it's short-term options. Me as a trainer, I try to get every single one of my clients to a point where they need exercise in their life, to where if they take a day off, they feel like they cheated themselves. And it's simply the mindset. So many people have this mindset of wanting to train, but not necessarily wanting to put in the effort. So necessarily don't have the correct mindset for it. So when I used to, for example, when I used to work at gyms, when I used to give tours, the first thing I was asked is, what brought you in today? And most people look at me dumb, like, well, I'm here because I obviously want to join a gym. But ultimately, I really want to dig deeper and figure out why they joined the gym. Now, a lot of times people tend to find other reasons for it. Like I said, Hawaii, vacations, all this other stuff. But it's rare to hear somebody say they want to do it for themselves or they just felt like it was time to change. And that ultimately is the biggest thing for me, and I personally think would help a lot of people, is to sit down with yourself. And this may sound cheesy or whatnot, but honestly, sit down with yourself and think about why you want to make the change. So many people put it on, my husband wants me to lose weight, my wife wants me to lose weight, I've gained weight since I started this, and now I just want to join a gym. You have to ultimately dig deeper than that. You have to, because fitness is not easy. Training is not easy, trust me. I've never been the type of person to sugarcoat it. Training is probably one of the hardest things you'll have to do. Fitness is something that doesn't come easy and comes with consistency. But with consistency, you have to have the right mindset. Because so many people will be like, you know what, I'm just going to go all in, join the gym, and they'll kill it for 2 weeks straight, and then you'll never see them again. Those first 3-4 weeks of January are packed. And then come February 1st, they're half empty again. And the reason for it is because people have these short-term goals, but not necessarily setting themselves up for success. So it comes with a game plan, So basically when you first start, you want to sit down with yourself and write down why you really want to lose weight. Whether it be you being sick all the time, you just gained a ton of weight, you want to get more active in intramural sports, or just be running around with your kids, things like that. find that one thing that really just triggers you. And being 100% honest, I wasn't the type of person who just, had to go work out when I first started. It was one of those things like, oh, okay, I got to go to the gym. Okay, I got to do it, So it was almost like I had to force myself to do it as opposed to making it a necessity. Having the right mindset is one of the biggest things to get started. It's, like I said earlier, we get so stuck in comparing ourselves to other people. For example, I am a big fan of Ulysses Jr. and Simeon Panda. And I was so stuck on comparing myself to these two guys who come from two completely different backgrounds, who have two different lifestyles than I do. But yet I was so stuck on comparing myself to these two guys that I ultimately lost because I was so stuck on, oh, I need to look like him. I want these type of shoulders. I want this type of chest. I want the perfect abs. But I didn't realize I only see one portion of their lifestyle. I would see what they did on Instagram, what they did on Facebook, and not see that they were eating healthy, that they would go to the gym 2 to 3 times a day, that they would do the things that they wouldn't necessarily say on Facebook, Instagram, but just things that we don't see but are just stuck on this one piece of them that we want to recreate. But that's the biggest problem, is that, and why people fail so much, is because we're so stuck on comparing ourselves to him or her or these people or that people. I tell this to every single one of my clients, it is a competition of you versus you. Now, when I say that, it may sound weird, but we get so stuck on these outside sources of wanting to be like this other person, when ultimately to think and want to be a better you. Now, whether that goes to the gym once a week, that's one more day that you are going now that you weren't going before. If you're going 2 times a week, it's a process. And that's why, another reason why people stop fitness or stop pursuing fitness or wanting to better their health, is because it is a continuous thing. You can't master fitness, okay? I know CrossFitters think they do, but I'm just fine. But it's just something that, you have to progress in and only get better in. And it's not something that you can just do for 6 months and master it and just be like, I am in perfect shape, because that's never going to be the case. You can never be in perfect shape, even though all of us want to be. But like I said, it comes down to that mindset of truly sitting down and saying, Easton, why do I want to work out? Well, I've gained some weight, but I don't like the way I look. All right? So how am I going to fix that? All right? I'm going to join a gym. What gym? And why? Why are you going to join that gym? You have to break down these questions, because so many times people just rush into a gym. They just feel like, oh my God, I need to join a gym. And they'll rush into a gym without doing any research or trying to figure out what type of training they want to do. And then they just get lost. And so they just get stuck in this whole perception of, if I join a gym, I'm going to lose the weight. Or if I join a gym, it's going to make myself feel better about myself. But are you going to put in the time and effort to want to go to the gym after work? Because after work, most people just want to go home, eat, and go to bed. But are you going to take the time to say, you know what, I got 30 minutes, I can hit the gym. It's only 30 minutes. It's better than not hitting the elliptical. I'm already stressed out, and just keeping that stress in, because that's not healthy. I just can't stress mindset enough. I will keep saying it is a competition of you versus you. Don't compare yourself. Just be you. Be a better you. One thing I realized when I really started seeing the progress in myself was that I just focused on myself. I didn't say, oh, let me see how close I am to Simeon Panda. Let me see how close I am to Ulysses. It was, man, Easton, you have worked hard. You have been going to the gym 5 times a week consistently for 6 weeks. You've never done that before. You've got to start congratulating yourself. That's the problem also, is that people don't see the perks in working out. So people go home and eat junk right after you worked out, because they feel like, well, I deserve it. I deserve this food because I went to the gym. When you're just putting yourself in a hole. Yeah, you may have burned 300 calories, but you just put 250 back in you, so you burn 50 calories. You know, you have to wanting to do this. This isn't something that's just going to be like, all right, I'm hopping on this boat and I'm going to get fit. It's not easy. I'm going to be the first person to tell you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And that's why I think I do so well with the people I work with, is because I'm honest with them. I care. I want them to know that if you truly want something, no matter if it's training, if a job, if you truly want something, you have to put your all into it, okay? It's not going to be easy. Nothing worth it is easy. You know, you have to work hard for it. And trust me, if you take progression pictures, which I tend to do, you will see the progress. And then you'll stop using those outside sources and trying to figure out who to look like. Who's the next person you want to emulate? You are sitting there, you want to apply all the hard work to yourself. You want to say, my goodness, I didn't think I could bench 150 pounds. This is phenomenal, you know? So the mindset is just the biggest thing, and I can't emphasize it enough, that if you have the correct mindset, whether it be with training or anything in life, you can do anything, okay? Another example was when I was in college. I had the mindset of just being a good athlete. So I knew if I do the ladder and all this speed and agility stuff, that I'm going to be a great athlete. Doing that really opened my eyes to applying it in other areas of my life. Growing up, I'm being 100% honest, I wasn't a studious person. Okay. It wasn't until, a few years ago when I really started to apply the same concept with working out and training as I did with, or as I would do with my education or, further education. So you ultimately have to just think of something that you really excel in, that you tend to do better than most people, and figure out how you ended up excelling in that. Say you're good at video games. Maybe you played more of that video game than other people, okay? Now apply the same concept to fitness or your job or something that you want to strive for. Apply the concept of, hey, if I actually truly believe in this and put in the effort, yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, you may be putting in more effort than the average person. Now think about that. You just have to do a little bit more than the average person and you will see more success. You can't doubt it. You have to just do a tad. Just think about if you just did a tad bit more than the average person, you will definitely see a difference. Now just imagine if you do a little bit more than that than the average person, you are going to excel. And I started to apply the same concept that I did with training, I did with my education. I wasn't really focused on education until I realized that if I really think I can do this and put the focus in like I did and try. Yes, it's going to be harder than working out. I have to read these books. I have to understand it. I have to apply it to real life concepts. And then understand it, take it in and be like, okay, and have the confidence to do that. That's another thing, is so many people are confident in one aspect of their life, but not in other realms. Just anything you want to do, be confident in it. And don't let people tell you different. So many people are stuck on wanting to bring each other down that they can't fathom doing well for themselves because they're stuck on wanting to put other people down. That you can't do that. You're not going to excel in life. If you want to do well, you have to have a positive mindset. Don't let other people tell you negative things. The only reason they tell you negative stuff is because they're afraid they can't do it themselves. They're irritated that you are doing it instead of them. So don't let these outside sources kill you. It only makes you stronger. I promise you, I'm telling you from experience. With that said, I hope you soaked in a lot of information. I know it was quite a bit to take in, but hopefully I gave you enough confidence to really want to pursue something that you want to do, whether it's training or anything in life. Just be confident and don't let anybody else bring you down. If it's something you truly want to do, then there should be nothing to stop you. With that said, thank you for watching this video again. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and please share the video with anybody you know. It may not help you, but it may help somebody else who may need that extra motivation to just jumpstart their fitness goals. So thank you again. Also, before I forget, please check out me on Instagram. It's Beaston AP, and then Twitter at Beaston AP, and then also please check out my Facebook page, Beaston Athletic Performance, and my website, www.beastonathleticperformance.com. Thank you again and have a wonderful day. Go Beaston.